That is so fetch.
Welcome to the tier list. Today we are going to be ranking the 10 most hated individuals in the metal genre. And today we've got 10 people, some of the most controversial, hated people. Our tiers are sacrificial being the worst, extremely hated, total douchebag, most annoying, and being the least of the worst categories that we've got. So the first person we have is Fred Durst. This is the guy from Limp Bizkit, as far as I know. Now, you might have to help me with some of these people because I don't know a lot of the history of some of these people that and like why they're disliked. But I asked y'all about some of the most disliked people, and these were some of the things that you said. These are some of the people that you mentioned. So Fred Durst, I don't know what he did. But he kind of looks like a douchebag. And I feel like putting him in the total douchebag thing was probably a good one, but y'all have to let me know. Total douchebag for him, but he is basically a character. Douche. I'm gonna keep him in douchebag. He just looks like one. He just looks like a tool. We have Chris Barnes next. I think he's, I definitely think he's, Like, I think that for his work that he did at Cannibal Corpse, I think it's really good. But I think that, I just don't think that people, I think he's just an interesting kind of egotistical douchebag, you know? And I think that he's not a bad guy. He just has, like, a behavior problem. And, I do think a lot of people hate 6 Feet Under, and I think a lot of people don't like that he was like, you know, Cannibal Corpse is now 6 Feet Under, you know, because he was the original person. And I was like, sometimes you just need to take these people and be like, girl, be humble, you know? I think he just lost his mind. So yeah, I'm gonna put him as because I think that, you know, he's meh. Exactly, femme fatality. I think he's meh. You know, he's not the worst of this list. I think he's just overall doesn't have a great, likable personality. Our most popular person sort of in this list, we've got no, I'm just kidding. It's Lars. It's Lars Ulrich. I think putting him in extremely hated is fitting. I think Lars is probably one of the most hated metal musicians in the entire genre. Like, out of everybody, like, I think Lars just gets so much hate, and they don't like him, and they don't like how that he's like controlling Metallica. Yeah, I feel like everybody also hates him for like no reason, but I think you think he's more like in the middle. Modern day Lars, he's even that bad. Not talking about drums. Yeah, also people think that he's a terrible drummer. Calling Lars a musician is a stretch. He could also work for most annoying, but I think with how many people hate him, I think it's good. Okay, Phil Ensemble. What do we think about Film Ensemble? Singer of Pantani Boys. And I think that, like, a lot of people just don't like him for some of his more outspoken opinions, which we won't get into. But I think, you know, there's still people that like Pantera, and there's still people that like him. Okay, we'll keep him in total douchebag. Tim Lambasis, this is the dude I think who put in a hit on his wife and like got arrested for it, and like actually spent time, what did he spend time in prison? And he's the singer for As I Lay Dying, right? Sacrificed here. I am definitely of the belief that a life for a life is how you pay for it. And it's like, if he had actually succeeded in getting his wife like murked, like full on sacrifice, like that is just, there's no coming back for me on that one. Like, I can't even believe that there's still people that support him. And it's like, bro, he spent time in prison. He like did that. And like you're actually supporting somebody that tried to murk their wife. Yeah, the only thing saving him is the fact that he didn't succeed. So I think sacrificial is right. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon! Now, as far as I know, Sharon gets hate because she was very overprotective of Ozzy Osbourne. However, I also read some stories where she like sabotaged a show. I can't remember who the band was, but she like sabotaged a show that Ozzy was playing in, and she did it for like the opener band or something like that. Was it Iron Maiden? And like she did something. I forget what it was, but she like sabotaged the show and made it to where like they could not play. So that's rough, girl. That's rough. Extremely hated. Cause I think she's like, she's kind of an icon because she's, you know, Ozzy Osbourne's wife. But that's brutal, girl. I think she's annoying. I think she's also annoying. I think that like that's rough. Like what she did was not cool. That's like a total. That's right. They messed with the soundboard for Iron Maiden. I think it was Iron Maiden. And she messed with the freaking soundboard so they couldn't do it. I think she's annoying. And I just think, you know, it's kind of like how I feel about who's the mom Kardashian? Kris Kardashian. It's kind of how I feel about her. Like I get the same energy about Sharon Osbourne as I do about Kris Kardashian, in a way. All right, now we're on to the character of the time, Mr. Ronnie Radke. I don't know. I forget what band this dude's in, but I think that this is, I mean, he's in a band that I have no interest in listening to. I forget what it is. I forget what band he's in. Falling in Reverse, that's right. And that band is like making waves in like the reaction community for YouTube, like the metal reaction community. And I don't get it. Maybe I'll have them on the channel and be like, oh yeah, you know, but I don't know. I don't know, because that's how I originally felt about Electric Callboy, but y'all like Electric Callboy, and I'm shocked. Ronnie Radke is automatically sacrificial, do we believe? Sacrificial or extremely hated? Like, I genuinely believe if you take somebody else's like life or you have harmed somebody, like sacrificial. That's the thing though, if we put Tim Limbassis, who wasn't actually successful in murking his wife, in sacrificial, then that means we have to put Ronnie in there. If he had something to do with getting somebody murked, if he's admitted to beating women, yeah, Ronnie, you're going in sacrificial. There's no other way. Like, gross. Like, actually gross. Okay, this next person, I don't know, really. I don't know the T behind them. And I don't really know how to pronounce their name. This dude, it's Yngwie Malmsteen. He's a guitarist. And there were a lot of people that said on my community post a while back on, like, the most hated people, that this dude, Yngwie, I don't even know how to pronounce his freaking name. Is it Yngwie Malmsteen. So what a freaking name. Like, I read that he was like yeah, he's on here. I read that I think he's just got a problematic personality. Douchebag. I don't know anything about the reason why he's hated. I tried to find stuff, but like, I think from what I read, some things, because he was like trying to justify his behavior, I guess, and he said like he's just always tried to stay true to himself or whatever. And like, yeah, I got massive like male diva vibes from him. Huge ego, definitely. He was abusive to his partners. God complex. So far up his own ass. So we should put annoying. Because it's not a crime to have a really annoying egotistical personality. You know? It's not a crime to be a pompous douche. But I think in terms of like... He is in charge of his own stuff. I think he's more annoying. Like in comparison to like Phil Anselmo and Fred Durst. I think he's just a diva. We have 2 more. The next one is Jari Mainpa, I think is his name. This is one of the singers for Winter Sun. Now, some of y'all said that he's most hated because of the way that he's like treating Winter Sun and not helping to like release albums, and he's just like one of the biggest reasons why Winter Sun is lagging so much in creating more music for Winter Sun and whatever. He's also here. Yeah, there were a lot of y'all. All of these I picked. I had a community post a while ago asking y'all who the most hated people were, and definitely Jari was on there. Young V, whatever his name is, was on there. So I think that the Winter Sun records we've listened to have been good. But you know, total douche. You don't know. Probably tier. I think, yeah, because I mean, I think that what he's been doing isn't the most annoying. Yari, is it Yari? Yari, okay. I think he's in tier too. Because I think mostly what it is for him, from what I'm gathering, is that it's like just a mental thing, you know? He's like, I don't know. He's just kind of being a douche because he's not being honest about like the stuff, you know? I think it's I think it's tier. And yeah. We all know where Varg belongs. Mr. Varg. What's his last name? Vikernes. Where do we think Mr. Varg Vikernes is? Extremely hated or sacrificial? See, I think he's on the top. You need a new level for Varg. Yeah, because here's the thing. So, sacrificial works for, you know, the other 2 douchebags we have on here. Because he actually, you know, they tried. They were, you know, they weren't the actual ones who did anything. But Varg, on the other hand, like, actually got his hands dirty and everything. And there's a lot of stuff with Varg and his behavior that's very questionable. I think he's in sacrificial. He has to be in sacrificial. But I also think that, like, there's some people that, like Varg in a way. I don't know. There's kind of like, I feel like there's a lot of people that think he's like a total meme and like him for that. So I think he should be in his own tier. Delete a row. Okay, we'll add a row. What do we want to call? He's SS tier. We gotta have... I'm just gonna call it SS. Super Smash? Is that what that is? There you go, Varg. You can't stab somebody 23 times in self-defense. I think this is a great tier list. Super Smash. So we got Varg at the top. I think that's a perfect place for him to belong because out of all of these people, Varg is probably the worst on the list. And he literally went to prison for like 20 years. Like, he got his hands dirty and everything. So this is our list of the most hated people. Top 10 most hated people. I think it's a solid list.